We are about to kick off another week in K-pop, so it is time to take a look back at the previous week in K-pop, and I will highlight some of my favorite releases from the last week. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MWK-pop, and I want to welcome you back for another episode of the Hot Highlights. Of course, this is a weekly show. It comes out every Sunday before a brand new week in K-pop starts, and I take a look back at the week that had just passed, and I will share with you guys my 3 favorite songs from the week and talk about any others that I feel are worth mentioning. So the first thing that we're going to start off with, of course, is my 3 favorite songs, and don't forget you can vote for them to be included in next week's Hot Highlights Top 20. So there will be a link down in the description. Click that vote. You can vote once every 24 hours, and every single time that you vote, you can make as many selections as you want. So now that we've got that little reminder said and out of the way, let's get it started with my top 3. I guess my 3 favorite songs of the week. As always, or I should say a new thing that I'm going to be doing, is my 3 favorite songs are not going to be ranked from 3 to 1 because it's not really that relevant at this point in time, or it really isn't relevant at all. But the first song that I want to highlight as one of my favorites is Infinite's newest song called Bad. And when I first listened to this, it wasn't really quite a song that really, impressed me or hooked me that much. Definitely was a really, really good song. And the music video also was quite interesting to watch and all that stuff. I mean, overall, like I believe I said in my music video reaction, I really, really did like the overall, dark, grungy, and gritty feeling of the music video and the song itself at times. It was a really, really interesting, it was really, really interesting to me, watching the video and listening to it. But where I really got hooked on it is when I actually listened to, when I listened to the album itself. And, listening to the album, or at least the first couple of songs on the album, which of course this is the second, I guess technically it's the first real song on the album because there's an intro track. And maybe it wasn't until after listening to the first couple of songs around this song on the album when I actually really grew to appreciate this song a lot more than I did in my music video reaction. At least the one song immediately following this on the album is absolutely fantastic. I love it, and just because possibly of that, I don't really know, maybe it gave me a higher opinion of this song than I had originally. But there's something to be said about listening to a song without being distracted by the visual of a music video, so you can actually listen and focus more on the song instead of having to split your attention between the audio and the visual that you're receiving. So I do think that, taking a break and actually giving myself the opportunity to listen to the actual audio itself and focus on that more than anything else has, allowed me to have a much, much greater appreciation for how just awesome this song is and how much I love it. So there you go. Infinite and Bad is one of my one of my favorite songs of the week. So we got to move on to another one. So let's reveal that one right now. The second of my 3 favorite songs of the week is GOT7's song Just Right. And when I was doing my music video reaction for this, I said that this was something, different than, any GOT7 that I had known before. And while that is true as far as like actual music releases, it's not really that true from, other things that I have happened to see, because I don't really follow a whole lot of, behind the scenes videos and clips and other sorts of stuff like that. But I do know that this whole cute style really does kind of fit them and their personality a whole lot more than the, the hip hop, the badass hip hop style, that they had before, which, that whole thing that they debuted with and led up to until now is absolutely fantastic. I love it. They really do it really, really well. But they also do this really well, and I think that this whole style and, sound is a better fit for them as as their natural tendency, or their natural, personalities possibly. And, it's awesome, but on the other hand, as far as, them being a boy group, this is not particularly gonna be the way to success for them, because it's just, I don't really, in this day and age, or this, time in K-pop, that whole cute style is not really where it is at as far as, getting popularity and stuff like that. So, it's nice to see it every once in a while, but I don't think that this is going to be the route that GOT7 is going to take, because it's not going to lead them, to anywhere productive. The end of the road with this style is not going to be anywhere near where they could be if they keep doing what they were doing previously. The thing, though, the best part about this entire song is that, one, I watch the music videos without actual translated lyrics, so you don't really pick up on, the meaning and the words behind what is going on. But I did, honestly, watching it, and the fact that the song is titled Just Right did really get the whole thing, where it's more about a song about being confident in your looks and, you as a person, right? You are just right, just the way that you are. Don't worry about it. You are perfect. And looking at the lyrics, the translated lyrics, that is definitely what the song is entirely about. It is all about, being comfortable with as yourself, your appearance, and, saying that don't worry, no matter what anybody else says about you, the way that you are right now is just perfect. So keep it up, keep going the way that you are, and don't change anything about yourself. And that is as far as it being, that's a really, 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 really strong message. I think a really awesome message to be sending, and a really awesome topic to be covering from a Korean pop group, because of course, South Korea is technically, it is really like, the plastic surgery capital of the world, where everybody gets something done because they're not really that comfortable, or they're trying to strive for, that perfect look in whatever way that, whatever aspect of their body that they feel is lacking, that they want to fix it so that it is the perfect, thing as far as, what the standard of beauty is in Korea. And, maybe this is the first step that the, in Korean society, or, maybe that pop music is taking to try and, I don't know, fight against that whole message and say, like, don't worry about your looks so much. Don't get so hung up on that. Just keep doing what you're doing. Live life the way you are. Don't worry about the way that you look, because it's not really that important at the end of the day. And the way that you look right now is perfect. It's just the way that you're supposed to be. So don't worry about it. Don't change it. And I like that, and I think that, the pop music definitely, or the pop culture in Korea, the dramas, the movies, the music, that sort of stuff that gets mass exported across the world is one of the things that is really driving a lot of social change in Korea. I think, and it's really awesome to see that possibly this could be another area of, the social, I guess, culture in South Korea that they're trying to tackle or address. So there you go, GOT7 with a fantastic message and a really cute music video to go with it. So that is the second of my 3 favorite songs. We got one more to reveal, so let's do it now. Super Junior is back. I don't even know. This is not the first time this year, because Super Junior D&E is completely different group, although they're related. But Super Junior is back for the first time in 2015, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I'm not entirely sure. But I guess they've got a summer special album? Not a summer special album. It's a special album. I believe it is. But their song Devil is possibly one of my favorite songs of the entire year. If you watch my music video reaction, you would definitely know that listening to this song just absolutely left me speechless. It is it was honestly like a really unexpected sound and style and genre to hear from a K-pop group. But but the fact is, though, that Super Junior as a group over the last couple of years has really matured from, doing the, standard and typical K-pop sort of stuff to trying to tackle, more mature and all that sort of like kind of genres. Like previously they wouldn't have been trying to approach, I guess this is a jazz and R&B sort of, style or sound. They wouldn't have been doing this previously, a few years ago, but now they definitely are. And I really, really like it. Mamacita was a good fun song. It was a really nice mix of a different culture's sound and style of music. And then This Is Love, again, a really, really, classy and mature sort of song, which you don't generally see a lot of times from, these K-pop groups these days. But Super Junior is one of the groups that's been around for a while. They've evolved, they've matured, they've grown into this sort of style, and they definitely are, attacking the more serious and more involved genres of music. And I really, really do like that. And it's I guess it's a symbol or a way to show how far they've come in their career, because of course most groups of this will, if they're in the game as long as Super Junior and these other groups have been in the game, they will start doing they will start approaching these genres of influence as well to bring into their music. So it's really, really awesome. The entire album is not really quite anything like you will hear with the majority of other K-pop groups. So it is really, really awesome. Super Junior going with, I guess, the more the jazz, the R&B sort of thing, which is really, really awesome to see, because like I said, not very many boy groups are doing that, and this definitely shows that they've been in the game for a long time. They've refined their talent and skills, and they're not afraid to approach and attack something that nobody has done before, or that most groups aren't doing before. So it's really, really awesome. So those are my 3 favorite groups of the last week. Super Junior, GOT7, Infinite. Remember, you can vote for them for next week's Hot Highlight Top 20. There's a link down in the description. Click that. You can vote once every 24 hours, and you can make as many selections as you want. So that is just a reminder there for you guys to participate in that series and that show, because of course your participation is what keeps it alive. So we got one more song to talk about, and so that's not really my top 3, but I just want to mention it because I have something to say about it. So let's do it right now. The one song that I want to highlight outside of my favorite songs of the week is Hara's solo debut, Choco Chip Cookies. And honestly, my opinion, I guess, from my music video reaction hasn't really changed, I guess, but it's more evolved and become more fleshed out over the last couple of times that I've listened to it. And ultimately, the thing that I just have to say is that, I'm not going to say that this is not a worthy song to listen. This song is not worth listening to, but honestly, if this hadn't been released, we wouldn't have missed anything, because, while the song isn't bad, it just isn't good. It's just unremarkable, and it's just honestly boring. And the most exciting part of the entire song is the featured art is, I believe, it's Gary Boy's rap verse in the entire song. That's the most interesting part that I listened to. And, ultimately, it's just a really, really disappointing, sort of song. I can't really say that I was expecting anything from Hara, because I don't know anything about her. But, from what I've been reading around, it's, people didn't have very high expectations, or some people didn't have high expectations. People who aren't fans didn't have high expectations. And of course, the song and the album didn't really quite meet their low expectations. Actually, let's do that again. 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to close out the episode with the one song outside of my top 3 that I would like to, highlight, and that is Hara's solo debut, Choco Chip Cookies. And the thing that I really just have to say about this, just straight up, is that while the song is not bad, it is also not good. It's just unremarkable. And I do have to say that if this album and the song had not been released or made, I don't think that we would have been missing out on a whole lot. Now, I'm not trying to say that this is not a worthwhile song, because to some people it will be, some people will like it, a lot of people will like it, I should say. But just me personally, I don't like it. I don't think it's that, crazy impressive. It's really just kind of flat and boring for the entire song up until you get to Gary Boy's rap, which is the most interesting part in the entire song. But then again, it also is not really that exciting or interesting either. It just seems kind of boring. Like he was bored and just, spit out this rap verse just because he was, picked, or he was asked to feature in the song. So ultimately, the song probably could have been a lot better than it was, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. Sometimes a song that you release to promote your album is kind of a dud in my eyes, and it just isn't really that remarkable. So, who knows exactly. If you like Hara, and her debut, that's perfectly fine. I just don't particularly like it. Personal tastes, different strokes for different folks. Everyone likes different things, so I'm not going to say that it's a bad song or a good song. I just didn't think it was that great or remarkable. So that is going to be it for this episode of The Hot Highlight. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Get connected with me on social media. Check the links down in the description box below. I'm most active on Twitter, so give me a follow there, and keep up to date with me. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.